Hello, this is BSJ. We're going to be doing a quick support tutorial here. So something I talked about a lot in the Aerie series, so if you want more details on this type of subject, is support's role in pushing lanes.
Banana slam jam.
When it comes to supports farming lanes, it's most often done because you're cleaning up the lanes that your cores either don't want to be at or can't be at. So like super early on, if your carry needs to leave lane, that's an example where you would take the lane when your carry is no longer safe, just to defend your tower. But at this stage in the game, maybe 15, 25 minutes, you know, the mid game, it's all about where your cores are playing. And if your cores want to be aggressive, then you can look to take the super passive farm such that, you know, you're defending your towers that are passive, and so that your cores can remain being aggressive. Or vice versa. Your cores want to play very passive. Maybe you take super dangerous farm in order to protect them from getting ganked. Either way, that falls into the hands of supports. So I end up making a mistake on top of what this Jakiro did, but I want to show you guys a perfect example of a support not doing this and the detrimental impact that it can have, not only on yourself, but also on the rest of your team. So what's happening in the game, to update everybody, this is a very high MMR game. It's like Sumail on Slark, Ryoya on Windranger, Arteezy on Void, very high MMR game. Our team is playing super aggressive around the mid lane. We're about to take the mid tower. Two of their heroes are dead, and we have a hero, Slark, super aggressive on the map. Timbersaw, super aggressive on the map. Slark just got his defusal. He's hit his timing. And we've also got Windranger with an MKB. So these are all signs that your cores want to play aggressive. Okay? These are all signs that they want to stay on the opponent's side of the map. So let's understand dead lane theory, and let's talk about, you know, if the opponent is looking to take an objective, since we understand objectives in Dota right now, what's their objective? Their objective is mid tower, and their objective is top tower. Like, they're going to be playing these two lanes, right? The opponent going to be playing this lane and this lane, which means if they're jungling around here. So that means if we want to be aggressive, which we already made it very clear that we do, then the most passive part of the map is the opposite of where the opponent is going to be, right? Because we want to be aggressive. We want to be up in the face of the opponent. So if this is the aggressive part of the map, that means the farther you go down, the more passive it is. So we have a full HP tier 1 tower. I have a Jakiro, 5 position, regenning at base. And he has 3 cores that want to be aggressive mid lane. And this is what's happening bottom. Let's quickly look at the Jakiro's player perspective. Doesn't even look bottom. Doesn't even fucking look. Here's what happens because he does this. I want to be very clear. I don't want this video to be taken as BSJ's flaming his supports. It's always their fault. I really want you guys to try to approach this open-minded, like with an open mind, and realize how much of a detriment a support's lack of wave clear or lack of map movements can have on the rest of his team. So here's what happens. We're losing this tower for free against summons. Somebody's supposed to deal with this shit. But as cores, we know we want to play aggressive. Look at where we're playing. Look at this shit. Look at what Jakiro's doing. He's warding and jacking off in the back. We absolutely lose this tower. And I, as a Timbersaw, say, oh shit. I guess I should defend this. And by the time I realize it's dead, you know, it's already too late. So I come bottom, which immediately means our group of 3 cores that want to play aggressive are 33% weaker, right? We're just weaker. So what this is going to allow the opponent to do is play hyper aggressive on the map in comparison, because I just TP'd to the most passive part of the map, and I'm one of the strong cores that wants to play aggressive. This is why supports are so important, because I am a strong core that can be aggressive, while either of us can farm this passively. So if the core ends up taking the passive farm, that means the support is a part of the 3 unit that's trying to be aggressive, and it's just strictly inefficient. It's strictly weaker version of the same thing, right? So this ends up happening. The opponent moves more aggressively onto the map. Notice how they're now up front. They're up here. Void gets Chronosphere up. And he ends up chronoing my Slark, I believe. But either way, suddenly I'm glued to bottom lane, trying to join up with my team, and before I get there, Slark gets killed by Chrono. So I think on my end, as a core, it's a big deal that I probably shouldn't have stayed bottom as long as I did. I probably should have cleared out that wave, gone one more wave, and ran right back to my team. I think as a core, I overcompensated for what the Jakiro did wrong. So I will say on my end, if you're a core, make up for what your support did wrong, but then get the fuck out and realize, hey, I want to be strong, I want to be aggressive on the map, go back to where I was. But this video is mostly about support players. This is a huge deal, a huge impact that you have on the game. If your cores don't want to do something, aggressive or passive, make sure you are the one that is doing it for them. It gets you farm, it gets you levels, it allows your cores to do whatever they want. It is a huge component of being a high skill support player.